guys, so we're on day 5 of Sweatflix Boost. So we've been through 8 awesome lower body squat exercises. So all of these different moves that we've been incorporating through the last 5 days, it's going to really help boost your squat, boost your lower body. So we're going to work on toning up those inner and outer thighs, toning up your bum. So I'm going to run through all of them very quickly, and then we're going to get into today's workout, which I hope you're going to join me with, and we're going to finish off this week in style. So your first one was a front squat or a goblet squat. So we're going to add our weight to vest straight away to automatically add extra resistance, which is going to make us work harder. So if this is where you've been at, maybe today you're going to add a little bit more weight as well as the vest. Try it. Try and push yourself just that little bit more. It's only 12 minutes and you've totally got this. So our front squat or a goblet squat, we added more weight. It was very quickly. You take your legs out, make sure your toes are pointing outwards, and you're going to come try and get your bum in between your legs and sit down very low. So you almost come very low and then you come up. So abs are in, sit your hips back, make sure your knees are going over your toes, nice and tall in the body, head is high, engage your abs, pull up. So that's your goblet squat. So that was our first move that we did. Then we did our box squat. So we used our sofa for this one to make sure that we got our hips dead on. So you're going to sit down onto your sofa or your couch, and all you're going to do is you're going to come up and take it back down. So drive up, squeeze, take it back down. So you can use your sofa for this, or if you've got a box that you can use, you can do that as well. So that was our box squat. So that was number 2. Number 3 that we did was our banded squat. Now Sean did this one. We introduced the booty band into this move. What these do is they add resistance. So just like the vest, you're adding resistance to the muscle, which is either making the muscle work by holding it in place, or it's also adding more tension. So automatically it's going to turn on the muscle, it's going to make it work a lot harder. That's why we introduce things like this, and these are perfect. If you don't have any equipment, you can just take these anywhere. If you're traveling, if you're a student, however you're starting out, these are perfect. So you put it round your legs, which is probably the most awkward part of this. And then what you need to do is you need to automatically open your legs wide enough that the band is actually creating tension, creating resistance in those thighs. Okay, so once your thighs are switched on, the band's going to keep you in place, it's going to keep your hips aligned, and then you're going to sit back, squeeze, but don't let your knees come in. The idea is to work against the resistance of the band. So sit back, drive back, again, drive it up. Now, you can do this, again, using your sofa, so coming down, driving up. The idea is, the added resistance is making your legs work harder, so that's why we use these bands. Okay, so that was number 3. Number 4 was the back squat. So just like with the front squat and the goblet squat, the idea with the back squat is to take the weight behind your back. If this is too much for you, that's fine. You can just stick to your standard squat that we've gone through here. But if you do want to try it, grab yourself some weight. So we're going to use the bar for this because it's a lot easier. You take it behind your head. Now it should be on the fleshy part of your shoulders. Okay, so just hold on very lightly to the weight. Now because you've got weight on your back, you automatically have to pull your abs in and be very aware that the weight is going to try and pull you forward. So you need to compensate by making sure that you go back. So sit right back. Try not to let the weight bring you forward. Really concentrate on squeezing the abs in and sitting back, and you should be able to lift your toes off the floor, sit down, drive up. Take it down, drive it up. Again, very good tip, always using your sofa as your spot. So you know that when you sit back, you're taking the hips back, because if you come forward and you, here's a mama, and you miss the couch, you know that your form is not on. So having that spot every time is only going to help you. So that was that one. Then we went into our sumo squat. So this was the one where you had to almost take your hips very wide, and your knees almost have to come outside, and your hips go inward, go down to the floor, as opposed to sticking back out. You're almost going down like a plie squat. So again, for the tight hips, maybe you held on to your challenger bars, if you remember. Then all you do is you just drop down, so get nice and low, as wide as you can, bringing the hips downwards and then squeezing up through the inner thighs, taking it down. Now, if you've got very loose hips, you're going to be able to take your knees further out. The tighter your hips are, the harder this is going to be. So all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. So you go down and up as if you've got a piece of string through your body and you're lifting and lowering. Okay, so that again is going to work those inner and outer thighs. We then went on to one of my favourite, the heel elevated squat. So we did this by getting our weights, and then all you're going to do is you're going to pop your heels onto the back of the weights. So straight away it's going to help put the weight into your heels. So if you're struggling with balance, if you're struggling to find that you can almost balance when you get to this part of the squat, this is going to help you because it puts the weight into your heels where it's supposed to be, okay? So maybe try this one if you're just starting out with us as your beginner one. So you're going to go all the way down, all the way up, squeeze. It's all about the squeeze, and it's all about keeping your back flat, your head high, shoulders back, up and down. Squeeze. Okay, so that's that one. Then we did a toes out squat, so Sean did this one yesterday. So this is a bit different to the goblet squat. So we're not going as low as the goblet squat was. So the goblet squat came right down here and then drove up. So you came a tiny bit lower than your knees. The wide squat, where your knees go even wider, you go straight down and up. This one is a little bit different. So it's just a tiny bit wider than your hips. Your toes are pointing out. You literally engage your core, pull yourself in, and you are just doing exactly the same as what you did with your squat, but your toes are just like a tiny bit pointed out. So you're going to sit right back, making sure again that you're nice and tall, squeeze in. Now this one I really, really like. If you use your sofa, when you sit back, if you start here, as you'll notice I'm leaning forward, but my back's flat. When you come in and up and squeeze here, you'll actually feel it underneath your bum as well. So you almost feel it so much harder. It's such a great, great exercise. Squeeze, down, squeeze. So try to not bring your toes too far out, but just get to a place where when you come up, you feel it on your right on your inner thigh. Squeeze up and then sit right back. So you're almost exaggerating that sit. Okay, so try that. You'll really feel that one. And then the last one was the dumbbell squat. So you're going to add extra weight, toes are hip distance apart, come all the way down. I like to touch the weights on the floor, but also maintain good form. So when I say good form, I don't mean that my head is down here. Your head is always in line with the spine, your abs are always on, and you drive up, you take it down, you drive up. But I like to touch the weights with the floor because I know that I'm getting full squat, full depth, which is what you need. You can't be doing this. You really need to concentrate on going all the way down, squeezing all the way up. Even if you're a little bit slower, I'd rather you go through the whole move and go all the way from the top to the bottom of the exercise and take it slower than to just do half the move, okay? So that's what I'd like. So that's all 8 exercises right there that we've gone through. I'm going to set you a little challenge now. So it's day 5. Before we do the workout, this is going to be your little challenge that you are going to take on today, and hopefully you're going to be super proud. You're going to post your time on the BodyRock Insider page or on our Instagram and tag us. You have got a mini challenge. You are going to set your timer for 1 minute, okay? So set your timer for 1 minute. You're going to see how many of the box squats that we did straight at the beginning on day 1 you can do in 1 minute. So the trick is, you're not allowed to bounce, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to go just like this. You have to go from top to bottom of the squat, hold, drive up, touch, drive up, squeeze. You have to make sure that each one is going from top to bottom of the exercise. Okay guys, are you ready for today's challenge? So this is a mini challenge. I am going to do it first, and then you're going to do it, and you're going to post your time on the BodyRock Insider page or tag us on Instagram. All you need to do is set your timer to 1 minute. Then what you're going to do is you're going to see how many of the box squats that we did in day 1 you can do within that minute. But there is some conditions. You have to make sure that you're not using the couch to bounce upon. I don't want you to bounce like that. I don't want that. I don't want you either to just do half the move. I don't want that, because that's cheating as well. You need to come right up to the top of the move, take it all the way down, come all the way back up. Now, obviously, if you don't wear a vest, you might be a little bit quicker than somebody who does wear a vest. This is not about competing against somebody else. This is you taking on you. So, we might revisit this another time. I want you to make a note of whether you wear your vest, whether you added more weight. How are you going to do this? Are you going to add more weight? Are you going to hold a weight while you're doing it? However you choose to do it, now you've learned all the variations over this last couple of days. How you choose to do it, whichever level you choose to do it, you need to make a note of that as well. So, are you ready? I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. I'm going to see how many we can do in a minute. I'm going to wear my 6 pound weighted vest. I'm not going to have any extra weight, and I'm going to do it using my sofa as my target, okay? So, are we ready? Are we steady? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Touch every time. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, up, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 19 seconds. 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Touch every time. 58. That's my score. That's with a 6 pound vest. So, what's yours? I want you to take it, post it, and then really be very proud of getting this far. So that's your challenge. I am going to do today's workout. So, head to Sweatflix. I'm going to be right there. Let's get today's workout smashed and finish this series off in style. I'm so proud of you. I look forward to seeing your times and your numbers. And let's go get our workout done. Whew, I'm out of breath.